Hey YouTube, it's me, your girl Sheree. I'm coming to you today because I want to give you my new look. Um, I went outside the comfort zone. I don't have on blues and blacks today, so I want to kind of share that with you guys. So let me show you my lips. hmm And let me show you my eyes. What do you think? So that was my look today. I seen a flower today, and that's what inspired me. So I have the pink, I have the green, and then I have gold on there. This is all hip. And then of course my lip stain with some, but it's a real red. I was kind of scared, but then I put it on and I'm like, not that bad, huh? So tell me what you think. You like it? You don't like it? Sure, you look like Tammy Faye. Sure, you look like a Tammy Faye reject. Give it up, Sheree. Let me know. Comment, rate, if you want to subscribe. Anyway, let me also get to you with a little quick rant, real quick. Let me tell you what happened to me the other day. If you've watched some of my videos, I had one video that was called "What Should I Do? Help." It was about my neighbor. Well, she made me click. I lost it. We had it out. It was pretty bad. It was to the point where I just really had diarrhea of the mouth, and she made me go there. Um, with any woman, when it comes to my cubs, I'm a mean mama bear. You don't talk shit. You don't say nothing to my kids. If you feel the need that you need to say something to them, you come and knock on my door. Like when she needs eggs, butter, bacon, whatever she needs, she comes and knock on my door. You come and knock on my door when it's concerning my kids. Okay, for you to tell my kids, raising your voice where my other neighbors are saying, "Hey, Sheree, you need to come home because she's yelling at your kids in front of everybody." Okay, I will snap, crackle, pop your motherfucking neck. Don't even play with me. So let me tell you how this all started because I only got 10 minutes. What happened was I came home and her little girl, the one I was telling you about before, outside butt spanking naked. I'm talking about not a sock, not a diaper, not a pant, nothing, naked. So when I pulled up, I noticed that it was like 5 or 6 cars out there and a bunch of dudes out there. So I went to go and check my mail, and I overheard one of the dudes saying like, "Look at that little white girl out here with no panties on or nothing. Whose kid is that?" So what I did was I drove up, pulled up in my little parking spot. I asked the brother, which is 8 years old. I'm like, "Hey, go grab me a pair of pants and a shirt so I can put it on your sister real fast." The little motherfucker had the nerve to roll his neck and his eyes and then go into my neighbor's house and slam the door. So it took me there, but I didn't say nothing. I went, knocked on the door, said, "Hey, is his mother here?" And they like, "Yeah." So I tell her, I'm like, "Hey, this is the situation. Your little girl here. You inside. There's no adults. Nobody that knows her out here while she's running around naked." I asked him to, grab me some little clothes and whatnot so I could put it on your daughter. And this is what he did. You know what she had the nerve to say? "Oh, yeah, YouTube. Why didn't you just get some pants? Oh, my God. Bitch, I'm coming to you about your daughter. I'm worried about her becoming somebody's other statistic out here. And you want to have a motherfucking attitude with me?" Okay. So I didn't say nothing. I went in my house. Next thing I know, my daughter comes in and she's like, "Mama, I can't take it." She's like, "I'm about to really say something." And first of all, YouTube, I checked my daughter. You don't come and tell me what you're going to say to an adult. That's a no no. That right there will get you some harsh words. Don't tell me what you're going to do with an adult. So I checked my daughter. So I go out there, I see her and everything, and I'm like, "Hey, why don't we just cut this short? Don't say nothing else to my girls. They're only 15 and 13. Don't say nothing else to them." She tried to get a little hyphy. Oh, yes, she did. made me come about my lady likeness. I had to walk up on her to let her know I will break your motherfucking neck. You yell at my kids, you say another word to my kids. I'm telling you, don't let this be the reason. Now, I didn't get too close to her like I really wanted to, if you know what I mean, because out here in Utah, the police is totally different than anywhere else. They don't care about the circumstances. They'll take your ass to jail. So she's, oh, they said it, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, the point is, you got mad because I said something to you about your 2-year-old little girl running around here naked. Now, she'll be like Precious Doe somewhere with her head decapitated because you careless. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, the conversation kept going on. So I told her, I said, you know what? If you focused on your dirty ass house and your kids being filthy, you'll come a long way. You'll go a long way. YouTube, I might have been wrong, but that's what I said. You know, in my other video, I told you that, you know, her house be filthy, it stinks, rodents, all kind of stuff. So that came out. It might have been me, YouTube, but you know what? She went over there and cleaned up her house. So maybe that's what she needed. Maybe she didn't need a friend. Maybe she just needed somebody to keep her real with her. And I guess that's what I did. So, you know, like I told her, you know, when it comes to my kids, I don't know what Sheree would do. And I don't want to have to snap, crackle, pop her motherfucking neck because she want to holler at my kids because she's not woman enough to come to me and say, hey, I don't like what you said the other day. So now you want to try to treat my kids funny. So then I told her another thing too. I was like, you need to grow the fuck up. You are 30-something years old. Why are you arguing with a 13 and a 15-year-old in the first place? YouTube, she didn't have too much to say about that one, did she? You are arguing with kids. You should have enough sense to say, you know what, little kid, I'm not going to argue with you. But yet and still, my kids are also in the wrong because they should have came and said, Miss Trisha, I'm going to go get my mama. That's what my kids should have did. That's how I raised my kids. You don't argue with no adults. You don't debate with no adults. You come and get me because that's my job as a parent. You understand? So I think I pretty much got everything clear, you know, and you know, at first I was feeling kind of bad, but then, you know what? I'd rather be the bitch that lived next door than for the police to come and knock on my door telling me something done happened to this little 2-year-old kid. So I'll take that one and I'll chalk it to the game. I'd rather be that one. You know what I'm saying? So my other neighbor was like, Sheree, whatever you said to her, she got her house clean. I'm like, Today, yesterday, guess what? That little girl had some clothes on. So maybe, you know, that's what I needed to do. You know, maybe it wasn't my place, but maybe that's what was needed because you know what? Everybody in this apartment complex sit and talk about how this stinks and how, you know, her kids throw trash everywhere and this and that. I'm not talking behind nobody's back. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's what kind of took me there because she kind of looked at me like I was lying when I told her, you know, I'm not the only person that feel that way. If I could have my kids go out here and pick up trash, stop your kids from just throwing popsicle sticks and stuff in other people's little living area. I pay my rent for my place to look all right. You know, it's not my girl's responsibility to clean up after your kids. So yeah, we had it out. And I'm talking about she made me get up in her face and let her know I will hurt you. So, you know, YouTube, I'm going to take this one to church Sunday. Pray for God, you know, ask God to forgive me if I was in the wrong, if I was in the right. Of course, you know, he'll see through all of that. I might not have handled it in, you know, the correct way, but I think it was efficient and I think that my point got across and hopefully, you know, I won't have to go there again because I will, you know. I believe in protecting the kids. I don't play, you know, not with the kids. This is not like back in 1952 when you can let your kids go down the street and play with Bobby and Joe and they come home safe. No, we out here with predators. We out here with child molesters. We out here with that. That's the day and age we in. You know, so, you know, I get so passionate about that. I don't play with the kids because, you know, they didn't ask to be bought here. So they don't deserve to be mistreated and they don't deserve to be neglected. And if I see some neglect to a certain extent, I'm going to say something. And to me, that's all out neglect. It's 100 degrees out here in Utah and she's walking out here with no shoes on. Bitch, catch a clue. You know, she made me call her a bitch and a couple of other things that I said to her yesterday. You know, you dirty, filthy, trifling fuck. Get your shit together. You know? So, just want to give you an update on that. And thank you for listening to me rant and rave. And I hope you like the makeup. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.